Hello, I'm Carmolaye. Again, I say this all the time. Only people that know me personally know my real name, but online, I want to be referred to as Carmolaye, like my channel says, and how I'm referred to on Facebook as well. Um, I've been trying to get ideas on what to talk about instead of just doing my little amateur rap on my channel. And the subject I'm going to talk about today is going to be really weird. But I really don't give a fuck if anyone thinks I'm crazy, have some kind of mental issue, I'm out of my mind. At this point, I don't care what anyone thinks of me. But this type of information needs to be out. I've been doing a lot of research about certain things, and I feel like the result of that, as I've been researching a certain topic or more, I feel like I'm being targeted. I'm not going to define what being a targeted individual is. If you think I'm crazy, don't look it up. Don't look at my channel. Do whatever you're going to do. But if you seriously want to know what the true definition of a targeted individual is, I advise you to do your own research and just, make your own conclusions on what you want to believe and what you don't want to believe. But at this point, I fully believe that that's real. There's too many people on YouTube talking about it, blogging about it. There's a lot of things that I research on my own time. There's this one specific person that I tell everything that I research because I trust that person and I know that that person will not judge me in any way, but I do not talk about this to everyone. And since I don't have a lot of subscribers anyway, I honestly don't think a lot of people are even going to hear this message or view this. So, I mean, that's probably why I'm so open to talk about it. But I want to help spread the word about it because I truly feel like I'm a targeted individual. And as I think back, I'm 31 years old now. Today is Thursday, May 24th, 2018. I'm 31 years old. I live in a state where I wasn't born at. I will not disclose where I was born. I probably said it in other videos where I'm from and stuff like that, but that's not relevant to what I want to talk about today. And I don't think a lot of people would even see my video anyway, but I do want to help spread the word about it. I just advise if you even have heard about the term of targeted individuals, I highly advise you to do more research on it on your own time, at your own risk. I'll warn you about that. Because the more I've been researching it, I've noticed um, weird things happening to me. I've had bad things happen to me in my life before I even started researching about this topic, but I'm learning more and more about it. And I've come to a realization that I probably have been a targeted individual for many years, but now I'm just being awake about it now. And I'm to the point that I don't care if um, the people in charge of targeting individuals even know that I'm one. I'm awake to the shit. I'm not scared anymore. I've been close to death many times, more times than I can count, because of a situation I was in like more than 10 years ago. When I was in a certain relationship, and I will not get into that because that's not relevant to what I'm discussing today. But I just wanted to say that after overcoming a lot of abuse in my childhood and in my former marriage, I've been happily married, I mean, happily divorced, let me say, for 10 years now. Um, but I dealt with a lot of abuse as a child that I haven't told a lot of people in my family, but I've been isolated, kind of, sort of, and I've always been hated for no reason. Like, there's like a big family secret that everyone knows, but I just now found out about it months ago, and now I really understand why I was hated for many years. And that's not relevant to what I'm talking about today either, but I'm just want to stress to the point that the more I research certain things, I understand more of why I've been through the things I've been through, and that it was probably part of that plan of being a targeted individual. But I'm just now realizing that I am one. If you want to do your own research, do it. If not, I'd rather people think I'm crazy than for people not to know about it or not to be willing to research about it if they're really concerned and really want to learn about it, because it's real shit. I am not bullshitting. Um, I'm gonna play a clip. Um, there's this YouTube channel. I am subscribed to her channel. Her name is Jennifer L. Aries. I don't want to say that wrong, but her name is Jennifer. Jennifer. And then L is the middle initial. And then her last name is Aries. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's Ayres. That's not the only YouTube channel I've been researching, but she is recently I've been watching her videos for the past couple days. Only couple days. Like, I've just found out about her, and excuse me, my nose is itching. But the things that she talks about and the things that she goes through, I don't think she's bullshitting. And there's a lot of other people that talk about this topic, and I don't think they're bullshitting either. And I just want to help spread the word about it. And I don't care what people think of me, but there's a certain clip I want to play that was on Jennifer L. Aries' channel. And after I play that clip, you can think it's crazy all you want, but I just want you to listen to what she says.
Today, to let you know, I was vibrated all night last night. I kept trying to go to sleep, and it kept hitting me with the vibration. Trying to hide it, this technology is getting
I don't know if you can see that, but that's what she looks like.
Feel, but you can still feel it. When you're going to sleep, it'll start like turning on, and then I kept waking up throughout the night, getting vibrated. I actually at one point felt a surge of power, like bump my leg, like boom, like came into my leg. And today I feel really strange, like in the back, and especially my right side is feeling really odd. So I don't know what they did, but anyway, just want to document. Talk to it. Bye.
Okay, that was very short. And that's probably not the best video to see for the first time if you've never heard about the term targeted individuals before. But I'm going to show you her channel, what it looks like. So if you do want to do your own research, you know what it looks like. And I'm not exposing her page to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, if you want to do real research about targeted individuals, I think she would be the best channel to look at, because she be speaking real shit. I'm not saying no one else does, but I'm just saying she be talking real shit, and I believe her, everything that she says. You can probably see the glare because the light's on, so maybe if I turn the light off, you can't see the glare that good. There you go. That's what her page looks like. Check her out. I believe everything she says. She's not the only one that talks about this subject. There's plenty of other channels and other different people on their YouTube channels that talk about this subject. There's even things you can click on YouTube to know if you are truly are a targeted individual or if you are really truly a victim of gang stalking. And when I say the term gang stalking, I'm not even talking about Bloods and Crip type gangs. No, that's not even what I'm talking about. That's not even the type of term, that's not even where that term gang stalking is coming from, to my understanding. And the people that are going through that would agree with me. And I don't know any of them personally, but I've been doing deep research about this. But there's something else I want to show. I know this video is long and not very many people are going to see it, but I just want to help get the word out. And the few subscribers I do have, I probably will lose half of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they think I'm crazy or schizo or something. But at this point, I don't care because I truly feel like I am a targeted individual. And after I show this clip here, which only shows words, um, if since when I do things like this and you only see it with the words backwards, I'm gonna have to read what it says so you can understand. I just want to help educate people about this. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that can explain way more than me, but for some reason, I just have that urge to help get the word out because it's not a game, it's real shit. People aren't crazy when they say they're going through certain things. And in the end of me explaining a little bit, I'm just going to end my video with do your own research if you're interested. If you're not, just leave it alone and think I'm crazy. That's fine. But at this point, I don't care whoever thinks I'm crazy. I believe that this shit's really happening. Um, but there's this. I'm gonna pause it because it only shows words. But there is a page in backwards way because of how I'm doing this and how it just portrays it. But since there's no talking in this video, I'm gonna read what it says. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like so you can look it up if you really truly wanted to research it for yourself. Um, it's called Symptoms of Being a Targeted Individual, but I think it meant to say symptoms of being a targeted individual. But the YouTube channel is called Targeted in Ireland. So I'm gonna show what it looks like this. That's what it looks like if you wanted to look it up yourself. I'm sorry, the screen went all dark on me, but that's what it looks like. There's Targeted in Ireland. That's the name of this channel I'm getting it from. And it says symptoms to been a targeted individual, but I'm thinking that the word been is being, but that's exactly how it says on here. So if you want to see it yourself, look it up yourself in another time, then you can. It's going to play music on this video, but it does have words. But these are symptoms of being a targeted individual. Maybe I should turn down this music because this music is like whatever. I don't want to hear it. But I'm going to rewind it and start over. It says, have you high-pitched ringing in your ear? But I think it really meant to say, have you had high-pitched ringing in your ear? I'm going to pause as it does certain paragraphs so you can see that I'm not just reading bullshit and I'm not making this up. I'm going to go further, and every time it has a new sentence, I'm going to stop it and I'm going to show you what it says after I read it. The next thing says neighbors entering and exiting at the same time. I personally never noticed it, but there's personal reasons why I still think I'm a targeted individual, but this is another symptom it says right here. Neighbors entering and exiting the same time. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next one. because there's plenty of videos out on YouTube describing this, and this probably won't be the best one either, but it does say real shit on here, but it just says the words. It doesn't have anyone talking about it. Of course, it's going to play Ghostbusters song, right? Next thing it says is people wearing color codes, flashing symbols, and gestures. As you see there. I'm glad this is only a little over 2 minutes because this isn't the best video for anyone that's firsthand just now learning about this shit and thinking I'm crazy and schizo and just really want to know that there are, in my opinion, better videos like the channel that I showed before this one. I think that's a great one to go to. The way she explains her experiences, I think if you want to truly do research, she explains it the best way. I'm not saying that no one else that is a target individual doesn't explain it well. I'm just saying that she explains it well. The Jennifer lady that I was speaking about at first in this video. So the next paragraph it says is people wearing color codes, flashing symbols and gestures. Um, hmm. Okay. I'm gonna keep quiet. I thought about something, but I'm gonna keep quiet. As you see there, oh, freaking music it's playing. Oh gosh. Anyway, that's the video, not me. I'm just talking about it, okay? Cameras placed in your home, strangers repeating private conversations. Now, this type of thing I don't experience, but there's other people that experience different things that I can relate to. But I'm just giving you a little idea of how serious this shit is. And it's really going on. Break-ins, drugging, imitation, organized stalking, harassment. I'm gonna go back so you can see that. You probably didn't see that. Because I don't want y'all thinking I'm just reading bullshit here. Okay, the next little paragraph or sentence says break-ins, drugging, imitation, or it says intimation, which I think that's a typo, but that's what it says. Organized stalking, harassment. Now, I have experienced just random harassment. And I'll get to that in the end of this video. I'll get to that. But that's what I read first. That's what I read. That's what it said. Next thing it says is dream manipulation, V2K, forced body and speech movements. Like if you feel like you're not in control of your body and your speech movements, shit like that. That's what it's saying. I personally, as of right now, as of today, have not researched the V2K term, but I'm pretty aware and I'm pretty hip to what the fuck targeted individuals and gang stalking is. But I want people to do their own research on that themselves if they truly want to know. The next sentence says holographic images in your bedroom. I personally never experienced this, but I've experienced other things. But I'm going to keep on going on. Okay. It says exact words. I think it's a typo, but it says exact words. Are you been hit with dew weapons? I have to do research on that. If I'm blessed to see the next couple weeks from today, and today is Thursday, May 24th, 2018. If I'm blessed to see the next 2 weeks, I'm definitely going to do more research on what the fuck dew weapons are, because I'm still learning new things, but the targeted individual topic just really caught my eye because of shit I've been going through. And I didn't even know about that term until maybe last year. So I've been late. I'm late, but it's been going on for years. That's the next thing it says. Heart attacks, cancer, and muscle deterioration over time. Okay, I can't see that. I could see the other thing backwards, but I couldn't see this because of the glare of that picture behind it. It says gaslighted, bribing, smear campaigns, fake setups, MK Ultra programming. To my understanding, it's not just celebrities. I know you heard the shit. I know you didn't heard it on YouTube and on other shit, with people talking about how some celebrities are allegedly being MK Ultra programmed. And I personally have done my own research on that, and I have my own ideas and my own conclusions about that, and I know what I believe and I know what I don't, but that's not what I'm talking about today, so I'm gonna leave that subject alone. But MK Ultra mind control programming is a lot to do with targeted individuals as well. So the next thing it says. Okay. Next thing it says is police, doctors, lawyers, human rights organizations refuse to help. And I'm thinking back on a situation right now um, when that's actually happened to me 10 years ago. And I'm not going to describe that situation because that's not relevant right now for me to say. But if I'm blessed to be alive in the next 2 weeks, I will tell my story on everything I've experienced for me to make people understand why I really feel like I am a targeted individual. But I just want to get the word out. But if anything happens to me, that's why. I just want to say that. Whether I sound crazy or not, I just feel like I should say it, but I don't care what people think of me right now. I really don't. This shit is really serious. This says who you gonna call. I think it's done with the serious things that should bring points of. And then the next thing it says is body aches, twitches, headaches, vibrations all over, cooked inside out. Me personally, um, I have experienced headaches more than usual when I'm not even stressed out about something. When I'm in a good mood, headaches just come. I have experienced weird vibrations throughout my body, just weird little twitches here and there. Like I might feel something like in my ear, like little twitch or something, or my eye twitch, or the little ringing in my ear or something, or some little weird shit like that. Or I'll feel a really, really bad pain in a place in my body for a long time for no good reason. Like I'll explain that more at another time if I'm blessed enough to do so in a later time. Let me go on. It's almost over, but I just wanted to get the word out. The next thing it says, right here, the next thing it says isolation, loss of friends and family, depression, fear, anxiety. I'm not saying that people that experience those things are automatically targeted individuals, but it is saying that that's very common and it happens when you are. And I personally go through that personally throughout all of my life. And if I am truly targeted, which I truly feel in my heart, I don't understand why. But there's other things that I found out that is just mind blowing. And if I can't find the specific video on this live session. I'm just going to have to wait until another time, and hopefully it'll be soon. But if not, and if this is my last video, if something does happen to me, I feel like it's because I am a targeted individual. I've been researching this a lot. There's a way that certain people in certain organizations in high places, like, once you do your research, you know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm referring for those people as. But if something does happen to me, I feel like it's because I am a targeted individual. And I feel like it's because that I've been researching it more and I've been understanding it more. And I think that would be the reason why. But if nothing happens to me in the next 2 weeks and I actually am blessed enough to overcome what I need to overcome this next week, which I will not say on this video, but people that know me personally know what I'm talking about. If I overcome that, and if I'm blessed to see the next 2 weeks and still be living, I will talk about this more, whether people see it or not, or whether people believe me or not. And I want to help spread the word about this because this shit is like grimy as fuck. So that was that. I already read that. Okay, the next thing it says is, there are many of us now united. Speak out, raise awareness. I think it's just saying that a lot of us, like me, just a regular old person. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not popular on YouTube. I'm just a regular bitch, just raising awareness. And I feel like since I've already been experiencing weird things happening to me already, that the worst thing that can happen is not living anymore. And I'm already kind of content, not fully 100%, but as of right now, today, I'm probably like 80% content that if something happened to me, it's just going to happen. Yeah, I've been emotional about it, but I'm pretty content about it. And I don't want it to happen. I want to live life. I want to live more. I don't think I'm done with my life, but if it's going to happen, then it's going to happen. But at least this video, if this is my last one, I at least want to help raise awareness some kind of way about this topic. And then it says, to all the targeted individuals, you don't deserve this torment. And then it talks about other stuff that doesn't pertain to symptoms of being a targeted individual. It's just trying to give uplifting messages like, God created you perfect. Don't be afraid of these devils, for their time is short. That's what it says. That's like the last thing it says or something like that. And then, but there's other videos about targeted individuals. I'm not even trying to click on that. I'm trying to find something else to show. For some reason, my phone is like not letting me scroll like I want to. But as of right now, in this moment in time, I cannot find what I was looking for last night. Okay, I want to stop that. Okay, there's a video that explains the gang stalking program. It's called the Gang Stalking Program Explained. It's right there, as you see, right there. See that? It says the gaslighting program explained. If you want to research that on your own, I highly advise you to do so. I'm still doing a lot of research, but I understand a lot of it. And if I'm blessed to see years and years more of my life, I plan on raising awareness about it, whether people like it or not. because this shit is real. It's not just celebrities going through certain shit that you hear about and all the little rumors about Illuminati, this and that, and all that little rumor shit. I've done my research about that too, but that's not relevant to what I'm talking about today. So, but if you want to do your research on that, you can do that as well, but that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm gonna click on something else. It's called it's the same channel I was on YouTube before. I was reading what it was saying. It's called Targeted in Ireland, and it's another video called "Why Are You a Targeted Individual?" Maybe that will be something to look into if you are truly wanting to research it and get a more better understanding. Harassment, torture in that way, like through your brain waves and stuff. Like you have to deeply, deeply, sincerely research it if you really want to understand it. Because I'm still in the process of doing a lot of research, and the way that I understand it, I might not be able to explain it in the best way. So I'm trying to give you certain sources you can look at. Oh, and I think this is a good one. Okay, I'll show this one. First, it says, "Why have you been targeted?" This would be the last video I show on here, and then I'll talk about a little bit of my experience, and I'll get off of here because I did not expect in here this long. I'm 31 minutes in right now, going on 32 minutes. Ain't nobody gonna listen to this shit the whole way through. I doubt it. If you do, I commend you for it, but I honestly don't think that. I'm not gonna do all that stop and start because I want this to be brief. Because this program is a spiritual warfare driven by greed and hate. I'll stop this though. Okay, neighbors are paid to remote neuro monitoring harassment. Okay, I'll stop this one though. We are been, I think the word been is really being, I think that's a typo, so I'm going to read it like that. We are being used for biological weapon testing and mass mind control for private corporations. And then it has on the left side of here, it has neuro weaponry, the genesis of futuristic weaponry. If you want to see that, if you think I'm bullshitting, no. Okay. I'm not going to try to stop every time something. I'm going to just try to read it through and make this quicker because I might not even read this whole video. I have been abused with directed energy weapons that cause cancer. And on the side of that, it says, here's a microwave oven that has been modified into an energy weapon. I just want to show that because I think that's relevant to see. Okay. The corruption, excuse me, goes all the way to the top. Political police and medical staff are involved to dismiss our testimony. So I realize that me even talking about this topic, I'm putting my own self at risk. That's how serious this shit is. Okay? I want you to see that this was published October 8th, 2017, but I just want you to see that. Not because of the picture it has next to it, but it is good PowerPoint, stuff on here, and they made a great video, but I just want you to see that. That people that speak out about this, they go through more shit after speaking out about it, but even if you don't speak out about it, there's a lot of people that are targeted individuals that go through a lot of shit. And some of them don't even about it because they're scared and because they're embarrassed and because they don't want to be judged. But I don't give a fuck about who judges me. Only God judges. That's my opinion. If you're not religious, you can disregard that last remark I just said, but that's just my opinion. But the other things I've been talking about are not my opinion. It's shit I've really been researching, and I really do know that targeted individuals, I know that's a real epidemic and that's a real problem here in our country. And I want to expose that and help raise awareness about it. Even though you can look this up on YouTube and you can just do your own research all day about it yourself. But for some reason, I have this feeling to talk about it in my channel. The next thing it says is my dreams are controlled, implanted triggers are inserted for my control. As you see there, I know you probably see the words backwards, but I just want you to know that I'm not just making these words up. This is what this is saying on this specific YouTube channel. Targets have been selected mostly from birth, studied, and monitored. Mind blowing, isn't it? Let me repeat that. As targeted individuals. And to people who truly know that they are targeted individuals, they know this. It says targets have been selected mostly from birth, studied, and monitored. Meaning throughout their life, they've been monitored. I'm going to show that. Okay. And then on the side, there's a document. I'm not going to try to screenshot it and make it bigger so I can read it because I don't have that time right now. I'm already taking too much time right now, but I just felt in my heart that I needed to talk about this and blog about this today, this morning. Next thing it says is you have been selected because you are different and they need to control free thinkers. And on the side of this, it's a diagram or some kind of picture, but I'm not going to screenshot it and I'm not going to try to blow it and make it bigger. At least not today. I'm not. I don't have that time right now. But I just wanted to help raise awareness about this. And I think that if something really does happen to me and my life is in danger, or if it ends for any reason, I know it's because I'm a targeted individual. And I feel that in my heart. And I know that through technology, you can be monitored through your phone, through your camera, just having a cell phone period that has service or not, or Wi-Fi. There's a lot of shit I've researched, but I wouldn't explain it in the best way right now because I'm still researching more about it. But I understand it myself, but I'm still learning more things about it. But if you really truly want to do your own research, they are better YouTube videos explaining it in more depth than I am saying in my channel. I just wanted to talk about it today. But it says you have been selected because you are different and they need to control free thinkers. Okay, I'm waiting on the next thing it says. I'm going to pause it. I'm sorry, I said I wasn't going to pause this. I was just going to read it, but I'm trying to prove that I'm reading shit that I'm reading and I'm not making this up. And I know that this is a real topic and a real problem in America and other countries as well. Anywhere you go, this shit can happen to you as being a target individual. You can't run from this shit. Once you're a targeted individual and then you come to the realization that you are one, that's when real hell starts going for you. And I know I'm going through that, the first stages of that now. But I'm not going to get in detail with that right now today. The next thing this says is you are an experiment, but the real regret Okay, the real targets. I'm sorry, I can't read that backwards like I thought I could. But it says you are an experiment, but the real target is society, all of us. And then on the side of it, it has a picture of Operation Organized Stalking Watch. Organized Stalking Informers. I just wanted to show that. Okay. I didn't even want to be online this long, but because I noticed that when I do live things here on my channel, I noticed that when I play it back, this is my second live session on here as of today, May 24, 2018. And the last one that I did yesterday, um, May 23rd, 2018, I noticed that my mouth wasn't matching what I was saying. I don't know if that's how it is when people are live. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I noticed that when I looked at some of my last live session, the way I'm talking right now when I'm live but no one's watching, you could probably see me normal if there was anyone watching right now. But since there isn't, it's a good chance that a few, very few people will watch this. And I doubt anyone will watch my video all the way through today because it's already more than 40 minutes long. But if you do, I commend you for that and I appreciate that. But I just want to help get the awareness out about this topic of being a targeted individual in the gang stalking. Um, but yeah, it's serious shit. Next thing that says, we are outsiders that can't be controlled like the civilian. To be a slave to the system. Let me repeat what I just said, what I read, and then I'll show you what it looks like. It says, as targeted individuals, it's talking about that topic, so that's what it's pertaining to. It says, we are outsiders that can't be controlled like the average citizen. And as average civilian, I'm sorry, it said civilian, but yeah, as a U.S. citizen or any citizen in any country, it says we are outsiders that can't be controlled like the average civilian, meaning just any person on this earth, any civilian. And I'm gonna show that. And I am a true outsider throughout my whole life, with my family, with my personal life. It's just now getting better, but I just hope that it doesn't end um, as soon as I think it's going to end, because I truly, strongly think that and feel that in my heart, because I've never felt strong about anything the way I'm feeling like I'm feeling now. But I'm like 85 or 90% content with the fact that I probably will die in a few days. If I don't, I'd rather be called crazy and be called schizo, you're paranoid, whatever. And I hope that maybe I'm just paranoid and extra nervous. I hope I am. I hope that I'm not right about what the fuck I'm feeling. But if something does happen to me, I just would like people to really get their information and really study this topic because it's very important and it's affecting a lot of people. A lot of people everywhere around the world. Mexico, everywhere. Okay. Money and an ego trip. Oh yeah, I believe that. And then on the side of that, there's some picture, but whatever. Just waiting from. It's almost over. Don't worry. Honestly, don't think anyone's gonna see this whole video anyway. Me just rambling on about it, but I just wanted to help the awareness out about it. Next thing it says is people are being, or people are brainwashed when we speak out, they are afraid to hear the truth. Let me repeat that. People are brainwashed when we speak out. They are afraid to hear the truth. And I believe that. And then on the right side of that it says people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. But I am a very strong woman. I've been through a lot of things. And I'm ready for whatever the fuck comes to me. I just want to say that publicly too, whether I sound crazy or not. But I do have strong feelings about what I'm feeling, and I don't care who judges me about it. I'm respectfully saying that to the ones that think I'm crazy and rambling about shit. But this shit is real. The next thing it says, prisoners of our own mind, we can't escape, but we can expose them for crimes against humanity. And again, this channel is from Targeted in Ireland. And this specific video is called Why Are You a Targeted Individual? But I think again that there can be other videos that explains more about this better. I think this is a good one, but if you truly want to do your own research about this topic, you gotta look at more people blog about this shit. Like just ordinary people, just a lot of people talk about this. I didn't realize that until just recently. Like recently that this is really a big problem and it's just getting bigger and bigger. I'm trying to see what the next thing says. The perps one day will realize this program controls them too. And then it has a picture of a clip of The Matrix, I think. Let me rewind that. I think that picture was from the movie The Matrix, I think. I don't have time to go back, but that picture I seen, I think it looked like Keanu Reeves. Um, I might be wrong. If you want to look at this, not the specific picture, but if you want to see this whole video and look at it and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think that was the picture in the example of that picture. I think that's what that was. The next thing it says is that they are traitors against their own nation, creating a bigger prison for their own future. Sad world. That's what it's saying. They may be winning now. I'm sorry, my voice is all scratchy. They may be winning now, but their children will pay the price. And that's sad. And then it has pictures of stuff around it and all that type of stuff. A specific word that I see is fluoride. If you want to do your research on fluoride in the water, do your research on that. That's something else that's going on. It's sad. Yeah. Shit's getting real wicked out here in the world. Oh, and when I said the word fluoride, that's the next thing it says on here. Okay, dang. And I don't think I've seen this video before, not this specific one. I just clicked on it today. Fluoride in the water, GMO foods, and chemtrails, they can't escape it. And then on the left side of the screen, it says the word fluoride, and it has Hitler's picture, and then it has a picture of a child, and it says Nazi Germany used water fluoridation in concentration camps to sterilize the humans and force them into calm submission. That's what it says here about the fluoride in the water. I was reading that at first. But the last thing I was reading was in the small print in the yellow right there. That shit's happening too. Real shit. And do your research on chemtrails too, if you haven't already. And then it says keep exposing, blah, blah, blah. I think it's done now. But like, there's a lot of videos about gang stalking and targeted individual and mind control and all that type stuff and how to detect surveillance if you're a targeted individual. Here's a random video of someone talking about her experience that I've never seen before.
Jessica Weiss, and I will be making a video today on my personal experiences with gang stalking.
Just a regular person, a celebrity,
right now,
regular person.
You know, enjoying the evening, burning my candle. I have Bath and Body Works candles because I'm obsessed. But anyway, not to get distracted. I live in Florida, and I'm originally from New York, but I've lived in South Florida for most of my life. I go to college here. I work at Michael's here, and I pretty much am used to the Florida lifestyle. I've just grown accustomed to it. And a couple years ago, I started noticing strange occurrences and coincidences and behavior from other people around me in my life.
And I
didn't really know at first what it was. I wanted to look into it,
and I'm looking into
do research
it now
online,
even more. But yes,
speak with other people who have had these similar strange experiences,
yes,
just to see what it's all about and what it really is.
Yeah.
And it actually led me to find out about the discovery of gang stalking and targeted individuals and this whole program that is going on currently in society. Now, depending on where you live and what kind of a person you are, and what I mean by this is like your profession or your hobby or your career or your education, whatever you do for a living, you are in a certain, what's the word?
Classification,
you become
maybe?
A certain demographic, right?
I guess that's
so
a better word, yeah.
You are a certain type of person,
okay.
So therefore you may be targeted for certain reasons, unbeknownst to you and, you know, your loved ones. Mm-hmm. But upon further inspection, you will find that you are targeted for a reason. And it's usually something along the lines of your bloodline, your intelligence, your creativity, your potential as a human being that is special and unique. Mm-hmm. Because these people that are experiencing this are not just normal people who have no skill, no talent, no intellect, no purpose.
But you don't have to be a celebrity going through this. You can be a regular person going through these things.
Or lusted after in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that this whole program has pretty much ruined a lot of aspects of society.
Yes.
And has made people very discouraged from interacting with others because you're just afraid that they're in on it and they're a perpetrator. And after years, you grow to being a TI, after a certain amount of years, you start to become a person that just is intolerant to these things anymore, and you find ways to defeat it and overcome the people that are antagonizing you and harassing you and following you in your car, when you go to your job, when you get out of your, when you come and go from your home and you go somewhere, to the grocery store, to the drugstore, to the gas station,
to a restaurant,
you may be, whatever time you're there,
anywhere.
There's always people following you. They're on the phone, they're doing street theater, they're doing, anything they can to drive next to your car just so you see that it's like a red car or a blue car or a white car or whatever they desensitize you towards you. I'm sorry,
Yes.
whatever they desensitize you to is what you eventually are so exposed to that you have like a high alert
Sure
turn
do.
on when you see that thing, whatever it is that they constantly day in and day out harass you with. So
And
I'll
it could
get
be
into this
different
more in another
people,
video
random
because I'm
people
running low
too,
on
doing
time.
that.
But
Random
what I want to sum up in
stalking.
this quick introduction is that I am a targeted individual. I have experienced this kind of horrible, horrible harassment. And I feel like I needed to speak out. Not just me, but people I know have also asked me to make this video. My
I'm doing
friend
this on my
James
own
Harkin, this
accord,
video is for
but
you.
I feel what you're saying, though.
And for all the other TIs out there that are going through this, I want you guys to know that I'm here for you and I'm here with you. And I know what you're experiencing, and there will be more to come.
Hear that? And that was just a random video I've never seen before. I just clicked on it random. But her name is Jesslyn Weiss, if you want to check her out. I just clicked on a random video speaking about it, about the targeted individual topic that I'm talking about today. Jesslyn Weiss. Um, I'm going to click on her channel so you can see what the page looks like when you see her channel. That's what it looks like. Okay. And just because I can relate to her, I'm going to go ahead and subscribe. Because all of us targeted individuals, we got to stick together. We got to get this word out. She said in her video that there's been people personally, her friends or whatever she said in the video, that's been encouraging her to speak out about it. But me, I'm doing this on my own accord, my own decision. I don't even talk about this to a lot of people. I've only spoke about this to only one person that I know personally about this topic and about my experience as a targeted individual. It's almost been an hour. I'm still rambling on. Honestly, don't think ever that people are even going to see this whole video, but if you do, I want to go on with my story about what I've been experiencing recently and that I notice more now. Okay. There's a specific incident that happened to me on May 14th. I believe it was a Monday. I was walking home from work. It was I don't want to say the state I'm in, but in my first live video, I thought you had to put your location. So if you see my last live video, you know I'm in the state of California. So that's all I'm going to disclose. I'm not going to disclose the city. Unless you follow me on social media, you'll know what city I'm in. But in this YouTube video, I will not disclose that. But I am in the state of California. I'm not from here. I'm from another state. And unless you know me personally or know me from social media, my social media accounts, you'll know where I'm from. But I won't disclose that in this video either. But this particular day I'm talking about. I was walking home. In the process of walking home, I was going to cross the street. Um, I seen this guy in a truck. He looked at me for a good 20 seconds, like looked at me in a very weird way. Like even though he had shades on and I had shades on, like I just had a bad feeling come over me. Like my intuition and my instinct was like, ding, 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 something's not right here. Something might happen here. Be careful, be extra careful, even though you're careful anyway. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. And when it was still my time to cross the street, um, I stood there. When it was still the pedestrian light, still saying walk, you know, that white walk icon when you're a pedestrian and it's time for you to cross the street. It was still the walk light on for a pedestrian to cross the street, for me to cross. And I still stood there. My instinct was like, maybe you should just stay there. because he's looking at you too long. It doesn't seem right. I'm like right here trying to cross the street. It's not like someone was trying to turn right on red and like accidentally hit me because they didn't see me. No, that's not the scenario. I'm crossing here. I'm right here. And the truck is like right here. I'm trying to give you a visual of where I was standing because the camera view makes it weird. But I'm standing here. This is me. Truck is like right here. But this camera view is going to make you see it a different way. So as I'm thinking about crossing the street to go forward, the white dually truck is parked right here. And as the seconds start counting down before the light changes, but it's still my time to cross the street, I see that the seconds is counting down and I see the number 11 and I notice it and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to jog across the street. And as soon as I start jogging, my right hand up to God, I'm not lying. I took my shades off in case y'all think I'm lying. Eyes are the windows to the soul. I believe that. Even though my hair is all messed up and I got this hat on and stuff, but whatever. I am not lying when I say this. This man in this white colored dually truck, big truck, and just about everyone knows what a dually truck looks like. But imagine that in your mind and then visualize that. As I'm jogging across the street, because it's 11 seconds until the light changes, but it's still my time to cross the street. This man looks at me again, waits till I'm in the middle of me running across the street to try to hit me on purpose and run his red light. I'm gonna repeat that again to people who didn't understand. This incident that happened to me recently on May 14th had me really considering the fact that I really do need to get out of denial and that I am a targeted individual. I'm not in denial anymore. After that incident, I'm not in denial anymore. So I'm trying to cross the street. It's 11 seconds until the light changes. I decide to jog across the street and not walk slow. I jog to try to cross the street so that when the light changes, I'm already safely across the street. But before I'm even halfway there, I am this close to getting hit by this dually truck. I am this fucking close. I'm not lying. This man does not know me personally. I did not do anything to him. I had headphones in my ear, listen to music, walking home, just normal. It's not like someone just seen me off the street that I've had an altercation with in the past and they just wanted to do something to me. No, this was a random motherfucker that wanted to run me over just because. And run a red light to purposely try to hit me and run me over as I'm crossing the street or jogging across the street. Okay? So when I'm in the middle of the street and I stop all of a sudden so my foot doesn't get ran over because I'm this close to his truck. Like I almost ran into it. If I was running full force as fast as I can run and not just jogging, I would have ran into his truck by running into it, running. But I was jogging. So when I stopped from being this close to his truck, you know what he said to me? He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there." You didn't see me there. But before I crossed the street, you was staring at me kind of weird for about 20 seconds. But you didn't see me there. Fuck out of here. Lie number one. And then, when I stop, he's like, "I'm sorry." That fake sorry shit. He wasn't sorry. He was doing that on purpose, but he didn't succeed because I stopped all of a sudden from jogging and I stopped myself from getting ran over because I stopped jogging when I did. And that was through the grace of God and only Him. And if you're not religious, I didn't mean to offend anyone who is not. But I believe in God. I do. But through the grace of God, I stopped jogging when I did, and I was this close to getting my feet ran over from this guy in this dually truck trying to purposely run me over and run the red light. Okay? And after he said to me, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. You can go ahead." This is what I told him. Exact words, no lie. I tell him, "No, man, you can go ahead. I don't trust that. I don't want to get hit today. But if he would have fucking hit me, it would have been a motherfucking problem." And he just drove off. And then I had to wait to the next light to go across the street. That really fucking happened. I'm not lying. That happened not this past Monday, because let me say today is Thursday, May 24th, 2018. It didn't happen this past Monday. It happened last Monday. And I'm going to give you the exact date that happened. It happened Monday, May 14th, 2018. That's when that happened to me. Just out the blue, out of nowhere. Oh, yeah. So I'm not in denial anymore. I've had other things happen to me in another state where I lived, and I blew it off, and I didn't even know about the targeted individual issue going on until like last year, maybe the end of last year, beginning of this year, because I just now started researching about it. But I've had a lot of other things happen to me. And after me reflecting from that, now I truly have confirmation in my heart that I really am a true fucking targeted individual. And I just have to deal with that shit for the rest of my life, like I have been. But now it's happening to the point that it's happening more often now. I'm gonna tell you another scenario that happened yesterday, Wednesday, May 23rd, 2018, the day before me doing this video right now. I'm with two people in their vehicle, okay? We decide to go to a restaurant. The driver parks his car. We all get out. All three of us get out of the vehicle. But before he parks his vehicle at this specific restaurant, as we enter the parking lot that has other businesses there, we notice a man in a red and white shirt. Not that this matters, but I'm just visualizing and I'm just describing what the situation was like, and it was very weird. But after this happened to us yesterday, and I think it was targeted towards me, I really know I'm a targeted individual after this happened, because it was weird as fuck. I didn't almost get hit again or anything, but I just knew that it was just too fucking weird, and it was targeted towards me. So we noticed this guy standing in front of another store, and then when the person driving the vehicle I'm in, there's three of us in the vehicle. After he parks the vehicle at a restaurant, all three of us get out the vehicle, and the same man that we all see or all saw that stood in front of another store away from the restaurant that we parked at, all of a sudden he wants to walk real fast and try to follow me. And the reason why I know he was following me for no reason, because number one, I don't know him personally. I never knew him, never saw him in my fucking life. Even when I was a friend of someone that I'm not a friend with anymore, I never even was affiliated with him in any way, form, or fashion. So I know that was a targeted individual fucking situation that happened to me, but I just happened to be with two other people when it happened. But when we noticed this guy walking real fast after we parked at the specific restaurant, we all get out the vehicle. We all go into the restaurant. But before we go into the restaurant, I look back, just glancing back, and I notice him walking real fast, and he looks at me. We make eye contact. It's an evil look he gave me. Like, you know, people can think anything they want, like I'm paranoid, but, I know that was weird. But when I looked at him and he looked at me, after I was just gonna glance over there and see what the fuck was going on around me, I noticed that he made eye contact with me, and the way he looked at me was very eerie and very evil. Okay, so we go into this restaurant, we go in, we're about to order, but then I noticed the same guy in the red and white shirt that looked at me evil and looked at me a very weird way before we go in the restaurant. Now, all of a sudden, he's in the same restaurant as us. But instead of going in line to order what he's going to order, he decides to stand by the door that people enter in the restaurant and just stand there and watch me. And the reason why I know he was watching me was because when me and the two other people I was with were in line about to order, I looked back one time and I noticed that same guy that looked at me crazy in a weird, evil way before we got in the restaurant. All of a sudden, he's in the restaurant we're in now. But he's looking at me from the entrance door of the restaurant. He's standing right next to the entrance door. And me and the other two people I'm with, we're in the line getting ready to order our food in the restaurant and order. And when I look back again and I recognize him, he looks at me again in a very evil, uncomfortable way. And I noticed that. So, what my loud ass does, I'm very blunt. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, usually, I said something like this. I was like, I usually pop off or get loud or make people understand that I don't like being stared at for no fucking reason if I didn't do anything to them. I hate when people stare at me for no fucking reason. Like I was loud in the restaurant, being really loud, and I had a loud outburst. But since there was other people there, I didn't want to scare them. I didn't want them thinking that I was being disruptive, and I didn't want them kicking me out the restaurant. But I said something like, but I knew he knew that I was talking about him and it was towards him. But I was smart about it. I didn't look at him in his eyes when I said it, but I was outburst. I had an outburst and I said an outburst remark about it, and I knew he was that I was referring to him because after I said what I said, and I was like, I don't like when people just stare at me for no fucking reason. I didn't do shit to them. The shit pisses me off, and I usually go address it to that person right in their face, and I don't give a fuck. Like I was really loud in the restaurant, and I said something to that effect. And then all of a sudden, the guy goes in line now, like he wants to order some food all of a sudden. Fuck out of here. But he really does order something. Um, but then he gets really close um, to one of the people I rode with in the vehicle to the restaurant. And I was like, damn, that motherfucker close. You might want to move over. I was telling someone, I was like, you might want to move over. That guy's a little too close. So we switched sides so he can stand next to me. So if he want to do something stupid, here I am. Do what you gonna do. I'm not scared. But he don't do shit. He orders what he orders. I order what I order. And then the people I'm with, they order what they order. And then the scenario's over with. The situation doesn't even escalate to that. But I knew he was following me for no fucking reason. And the way he looked at me when I made eye contact with him twice, I know it's shit going on. And that's another scenario that made me really wake up about the targeted individual issue going on. And I honestly feel like I'm a targeted individual. I really do. And I don't care who thinks I'm crazy about it. I just wanted to raise awareness about it and share a few things. And I advise anyone that's interested in this topic, this sad, horrible topic, that do your own research at your own risk. Um, they're not crazy. I'm not crazy. You can think I am all you want, but there's plenty of YouTube videos out there with people talking about their own experiences about being a targeted individual. So I know it's real. But not a lot of people know about this, and not a lot of people think that people that are targeted individual, not a lot of people that say that they are targeted individuals are believed. They think that they're crazy and schizo, you got a mental problem, you're just talking paranoia, da, da, da. No. I believe everyone. I haven't seen all the YouTube videos about this topic, but I believe every single one that I've heard thus far. I know they're not lying. I know they're really going through the shit because I am too. I'm noticing it more. As I was walking home from somewhere, um, another day this week, um, I noticed that when I was walking home, that on the other side of the street, there was just a random woman just walking in the opposite direction. Like, I'm walking this way, and the other person is walking that way. So we're walking separate directions. But then all of a sudden, and I got my headphones on, I'm listening to music, I tune the world out, but I'm still aware of my surroundings. But I love to hear my music. I love music. That's what I love to do. When I work, I listen to music. When I walk, I listen to music, exercise. When I'm out and about, you know, I like to listen to music. So, not that that's relevant to what I'm talking about today, but I'm just saying. I have my headphones on. I didn't say anything to anyone, but when I was walking home another day this week, I noticed that when I was walking this way and the other lady was walking that way, across the street, walking the opposite direction away from where I was walking, all of a sudden, this woman turns around and starts walking the same way I'm walking. But she doesn't cross the street and be on the same side of the street I am. But all of a sudden, when she looks at me, she starts walking the same exact direction I'm going all of a sudden. But when I see you and recognize you, you're across the street and you're going the opposite direction, but all of a sudden you want to walk the same way I'm going. It might be a coincidence and all that, but it's just more weird shit that I've been noticing more and more, that I've noticed personally, that I just wanted to get out. And I'm done with ranting and raving now. It is way longer than what I wanted to do, but I need to get off of here now. And I truly hope that if you don't even listen to this whole video, that you at least research about targeted individuals, research that topic. It's very important that we all know about this to be aware and to know how to deal with it when it happens to us. And we just need to raise more awareness about it. And if nothing happens to me in the next couple of weeks, I plan to do that. At first, I was just gonna wait, and I was gonna see what topics people wanted to hear me talk about on my channel that might interest other people. But now I've come to the conclusion that I'm just gonna talk about what I want to talk about, whether people watch me or not, because I know a few people hear me and a few people watch me on here. But even if I'm not popular, because I know I'm not, I know I'm doing my part in raising awareness about this problem because it's real. It's not fake at all. So, with that being said, I want to end this video and just be careful, do your research, and be careful out there. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? I'm having fun with these filters now, which is not relevant to what I'm saying, but I love this one better, me personally. But let me end this video, and I just want people to know to really do your research about it, and that this is real, and people are not lying about being a targeted individual. take them very seriously when they say that. So be careful, do your research if you want, and be aware. Don't be in the dark. Everyone needs to know